Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And it's your girl Imani.
How's everybody doing?
I'm pretty good. Let's see. I didn't really do much this weekend. It was St. Patty's Day. I went out a little bit for St. Patty's Day. And then after that, I stayed home because I feel like it was going to be a lot this year, and it was. But other than that, I'm happy to be here. Happy the sun's popping out now, and happy to see you guys. How about y'all?
I could be a little better. Happy that it's Tuesday, but this week has been long. I'll say this. First of all, fuck St. Patrick's Day. Why? Because first of all, I was in Boston on Sunday, not for St. Patrick's Day, just driving through. Yep. Man, when I tell you the amount of traffic, that was absolutely insane. Cops blocking off the road and shit.
For sure.
So annoying. And on my way back home, on the highway, I got rear-ended by a shorty coming back from St. Patrick's Day parade, absolutely shit-faced.
Damn.
Nigga, bro, that shit got me so heated. She destroyed the back of my whip. Still drivable, though. But, yeah, when she got out the car, bro, all I smelled was alcohol in her breath. When I went to go take pictures of her whip, I saw mad bottles in her front seat. Ooh. I was like,
cha-ching? You
bro,
was like cha-ching, right?
Nigga, when I tell you, I called the ops immediately. I was snitching. I'm snitching because I'm getting a check. I called the police. They were like, yeah, we don't have any units near there, so you guys are gonna have to handle that yourself.
No units near the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh no, this was like on my way back home. So I was like a little past like Woburn, like the exit going on 95 South. Mm-hmm. You know how you merge off 95? Yeah. So I was on that one, or 93 North. She hit me on that ramp, bro. So took pictures of everything, sent it to my insurance. We all good. It's all covered, you know what I mean? It ain't my fault, but it's just annoying that I got to go through this whole process again and repair it again, the rental and all that. But it is what it is. It could be a lot worse. I mean, I had terrible buffalo chicken after that, but that's besides the point.
I mean, the case sounds like a surefire win.
Yeah.
No. I already spoke to my insurance. This shit happened on Sunday. It's already Tuesday.
You take flicks of like the bottles and shit in the car?
Oh, I did, but I don't know what you want me to, like, what can I do with that?
I mean, in case they try to say some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like,
that's an easy win.
So there was a police report
upgrade you need.
So there was a police report filed, bro. I picked it up. My insurance already called me. They were like, yeah, we got the police report. You're not at fault. You ain't got to worry about it. We're going to handle everything.
Word.
The deductible you got to pay, we're going to get you your money back through her insurance. I was like, all right, bet. Yeah. So I ain't got shit to worry about. But
facts.
It's just a headache. But how about you, Dev?
I've been pretty busy actually, because I took the weekend off from like my regular job, so I actually had time to relax, catch up on sleep, and just get in touch with the world. So I did. That was fun. Let's see, Friday night, was it? Friday night, maybe? Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Was it? It was Thursday night.
Thursday night was
thank you. Thursday night. That was actually St. Patrick's Day, right? Mm-hmm. Word. So at the end of the night, I went to the event at the Middle East in Cambridge. Feed the Family and Rebel Mafia threw a little versus event, and it was dope. It was like each group performs 2 songs back to back. So like Rebel would do 2 songs, and then Feed the Family would do 2 songs, and they kind of just went back and forth like that all night. It was a dope vibe. Saw a lot of familiar people in the crowd. Dope music that was being played. I was actually getting hip to a lot of Rebel Mafia because it was my first time hearing their music, and they got these 2 shorties on their team. Like, one go by the name of Messy Money Sav, and the other shorty goes by the name of, and I might be pronouncing this wrong, but I think it's Kai Drugs. Those 2 shorties were holding it down for their team, like for the event, because at certain parts, Feed the Family, you know, they were really performing their joints, you know what I mean? And it kind of, you know, almost looked like a sweep, but when it was time to switch up the energy, those 2, Messy Money Sav and Cav, like Drugs, they pulled it together, put the team on their back, and like rocked the crowd. So definitely shout out to them too. But shout out to everybody that was there. You feel me? I was there just as myself. You feel me? I wasn't rocking any of the merch or anything like that. And when the lights went up at the end of the show, people came up and started having conversations with me, and it was dope to be in that space, you know,
Period.
Yeah, because I don't really step outside that often, but when I am in that space, just people that are familiar with what we do, they want to tap in and just have conversations, and it's dope being in those spaces like that. So yeah, that was fun. Saturday, day after that, I saw Friday. Wow. Yeah, see, I needed that vacation, guys. Friday, the day after, Feed the Family opened up for Benny the Butcher up in Lawrence. So I pulled up to that and I chilled for that. Club appearances are different than like actual shows, because like for club appearances, it's literally just that. It's an appearance. So it happens exactly how I knew it was going to happen. Doors opened at 9. I meant word. I had mad time to pull up, so took my time, did all that shit. But I think I pulled up maybe around 11:30 because I didn't want to like, I didn't want to be there when it was like packed, you feel me, or like try to get in when it was packed. So I gave myself some time. So I pulled up, went into the show, and what it was pretty much was kind of like a showcase for like local artists. That's kind of what they were doing at the club, and it was just different artists going on until it was time for Benny to come on. And that went for like the whole night, dog. And I wasn't expecting for that to go for the whole night.
For a club, I'm shocked they actually did that, like live performances at a club like that all night long.
Yeah,
that's actually dope.
That was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
In my experiences, like every time I've been to a club and like an artist or a well-known artist is performing. For example, Ty Dolla $ign. I don't know why she made that sound, but like Ty Dolla $ign, for example, he was out here like a couple years ago. This man ain't come on and perform until like 1:45.
That's exactly what I did.
So that's why
I made that sound. That's why I made that sound.
Appearance.
Yeah, he performed like 3 songs and left. And I was like, wow. This is stupid.
I'm sick. I paid a ticket for that shit though.
You know what I mean?
But it was cool. Not that many people were like crowding because everybody is a wall thug in the club. So not too many people were hogging the front area. So I had space to just chill and enjoy the entire performance. Yeah, everyone's wall thugs nowadays. But we're in Lawrence, you feel me?
I don't know. You in Lawrence with a lot of Dominicans. I'm thinking they're going to bust it down.
My God, you almost fell in love with a bartender. It was crazy.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, facts,
Wait, what?
yo. They had like the little accents and shit. Like,
I
need to be up in Lawrence more often. Shout out to them up there.
Okay.
But
Devin's coming for y'all. Watch out.
I'll put you on.
That's hilarious.
Watch out, Lawrence.
What I was going to say. For that show, Benny didn't come on until like 1:45. So I was there maybe at 11:30 and like Feed the Family. I didn't know that it was gonna be Feed the Family and a bunch of other niggas. Like I thought Feed the Family's open and like they were going out right before Benny. Nah, they came on like maybe around midnight. So I was like, damn, I still got till 1:45. That's crazy. I got hungry at some point. I never seen people sell food in a nightclub, but there was like this little stand and there was like 4 shorties like selling hot food. I'm not in Lawrence this often, so like
was it
when
good?
I'm there, I mean I got the desserts because I don't trust
so
I don't trust getting hot food in a nightclub for some reason. Okay. I just don't trust that.
Okay.
Like one shorty had a thing of like stewed lobster, and I was like I saw like shorties. Like there was a line and shit, and I saw people getting served like rice, like mac and cheese, and then one had like this whole lobster tail that had like sauce in it. And I'm like, nah, like I just know too well. I can't trust that. But I did get me a pack of cookies, chocolate chip, and a cheesecake for $5.
How was the cheesecake?
I didn't eat the cheesecake until after the show. So imagine me. I didn't know Benny was going to come on till 1:45. So like from midnight to 1:45, I just had a box of cheesecake in my pocket because I didn't want to look. I already looked like the fat nigga eating cookies in the middle of a nightclub. I wasn't going to be the one standing eating a cheesecake as well. So I waited to eat that shit after, but I wasn't smart. You feel me? I was already in a type of vibe when I walked in. So that just wasn't a smart decision. After the show, I was in my car eating said cheesecake finally because I was like, word, I'm going to bust this down right here. And I'm just chilling, watching the scene, watching the club empty out. And then I thought, I'm used to being in Malden all the time. So I'm like, oh shit, firecrackers went off. And then I saw people running and I was like, oh shit. And I said, oh shit.
That ain't no firecracker.
That is not no firecracker.
And then I just saw the whole street just empty out and shit like that. And I heard more shots go off. And I was like, oh shit. I was watching from my car, and nigga, I was like, first of all, I finished my cheesecake. But then, like, I turned my car on, and it was like a one-way street, and the only way to exit was towards the direction that everything went down. So I was just like, all right, so fuck it.
Driving into the fire. You're going into the war zone.
I gotta go. So I just peeled off, and you saw mad niggas like running to their like cars and shit like that, and it looked like other people were just waiting in their cars like for something to happen, and I was like, yo, I don't know what type of environment I was in, but I had to dip. So I skedaddled, and I didn't hear anything the next day. So I was like, all right, everything's good if I don't hear anything.
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I didn't hear anything about Benny, so that's why I was like, you feel me? Nigga took one in Houston. I didn't want to take one in Lawrence, Massachusetts. You feel me? Oh. So yeah, but thoughts and prayers to everybody else involved.
So that was Friday. What about Saturday and Sunday? You seem like you had a very
yes.
I don't take weekends off often. You feel me? Saturday and Sunday, I can't remember what I did. I feel like it rained those days.
It's rained Saturday.
No.
Yeah,
Sunday
so
was a good day.
it was chilling. Sunday we had we were planning to go to the BNF event, but then it got canceled. Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much summed up my weekend.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
The one weekend you called off, it was just eventful back to back.
Yeah, it's because like how I schedule my shit, I'm normally very busy during the weekends, and during the week I do the podcast, and then I have one more day off, and then after that I'm back to work. So everyone's more active during the weekend, so that's why I can't really keep in touch with people. But when I'm outside, I'm outside. You feel me? That's how it is. That's how it is.
Dev was outside.
I was early.
I was. Facts. And
that's my nickname for you now, by the way.
What?
Not DM me, it's AR Dev.
Oh, okay.
AR Dev.
Bet.
Okay.
that shit has a nice little ring to it too.
Yeah.
AR Dev.
Yeah, but what do y'all want to start off with?
So I was thinking, right? I don't know. How long have I had an iPhone for? Since 6th grade. That's when I got my first iPhone. I remember when I was using TweetDeck to tweet shit out, or like when I had to text a certain number to send tweets. Yeah, that's how long I've had an iPhone.
Oh, you were texting a tweet?
Yeah, bro, in French class. Oh, hell yeah. Freshman year was lit. But I wanted to ask y'all, like, do y'all see yourselves having an iPhone like your whole life? Because the older I get, the more I realize like there's better options out there. Like I be looking at the Galaxy, I be looking like some of them Google phones, and I'm like, yo, the camera better, the screen better, it's curved, they got more memory, all this other shit. And I'm just like, yo, this iPhone overheats after like an hour. Like, it's mad shit fucked up with it. Like, it slows down when they come out with a new phone. So I just want to ask y'all, like, y'all see yourselves with an iPhone, like, moving forward, like, as y'all get into your real adult years, like 30 plus and shit? Or do those blue text boxes really matter to y'all that much?
It doesn't really matter. I won't say that, no. It doesn't really matter. I grew up on Androids. So when I made that switch to iPhone, that was it for me. I don't want to go back to Galaxy. There is a lot of pluses out of a Galaxy, and the iPhones really do have their little kinks when they want to fucking start malfunctioning because they bring a new phone out. But I feel like all phones do that nowadays. They're all just trying to be like Apple in some way, shape, or form, so might as well.
Well, for me, I'll switch when I see something better. And when I get something better, I'll make that switch. But for now, everything in my life is Apple related. You feel me? Like, I have an iPhone, an Apple Watch, a MacBook, shit like that. So I just have files and everything just sync to all these different devices. So I feel like if I was to switch to something else, it would just fuck everything up. You feel me? Like, one of my homegirls, I was just texting her randomly, and I was so used to seeing green bubbles, and out of nowhere one day I saw a blue bubble, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. Welcome to the gang, you feel me? But I understand, how hard that switch must be, because all of her shits like Google or Samsung. Now she got the only thing Apple's her phone, so it's like making all that switches, and that shit just sounds mad annoying. But if I see something better, I get it. Like before an iPhone, I think the last phone I had before that was a BlackBerry.
I had a Galaxy.
Yeah, I was a BlackBerry.
Mine was the T-Mobile Sidekick. Oh wait,
Galaxy S2.
Yeah. So after, I think I had the BlackBerry Curve.
I didn't
after
even know.
that, I made the switch to iPhone.
I didn't even think of it that way because I only have an iPhone. I don't have a Mac or Apple Watch or anything, so all my shit is just on my iPhone. But that's 100% correct. Apple they do have a loyal following just because they have made everything or integrated everything into one. But
like, bro, you got the watch, the phone, the fucking
all of them.
iPad,
all of them.
like just a regular
Mac.
iPod, the Macs
the
and
pencil.
shit.
there's a pencil.
There's a pencil.
It's like meant for the iPad, but like all that shit, you feel me? And you just have all these devices synced to each other. Like, I don't even want to imagine having an Android having to connect to the Bluetooth in my car, bro. I don't know what that process is like, and I don't want to go through that process. It's just mad convenient with the Apple.
Get away from Apple.
I sound mad ignorant when I say that, but I'm I know the Android to car audio ain't the same. I know it's not.
Don't you think it's wild though the way like people with iPhones be treating people like when they say those green text bubbles like I can't fuck with this nigga.
I only hate it because I can't leave a group chat.
Yeah.
If there's one Android person in the group chat, I'm stuck in it.
Yeah.
And because with Apple, like iMessage group chats, if you want to leave the group, you can leave that shit. Well, yeah, you can't leave that shit if an Android member's in that group.
Nah, Devin's bringing up some points I did not think when I was coming up with this topic. So nah, you got that. Only thing I was thinking though is like, iPhones are like what, pushing 1,400 now, like 1,200 to 1,400, close to 1,500. That's a whole. I don't even know. That's a whole like sound system type shit. Meanwhile, I can get a Galaxy that just came out, curved screen, 4K camera, all this other shit that's better than Apple. $500.
You could, but you're not going to.
You're not going to.
I don't know. No, you see, this is the reason why I brought this topic up, because I've been looking at other phones and I'm just like, I'm not completely opposed to moving to a Galaxy. My only reason why I'm hesitant or Android is because I just be seeing like people post screenshots when they have an Android and the way it be looking on an iPhone look blurry as fuck and like choppy as fuck. So I'm like, I don't know if that's because it's an Android being posted on an iOS device or that's just what Androids look like. So I'd probably have to associate with someone with an Android to see what that's like first. But I'm not completely opposed to it.
So you ready to give up FaceTime?
Yeah.
You ready
Android's got some other shit. I can FaceTime.
You want to start Skyping shorties?
Hold on. Wait.
You ready to go to Spotify?
I can't. So that's cap. I FaceTime someone with the Android before.
Ooh.
I think.
Yeah, there it is.
How?
Wait, you can't as an Android person, you can't FaceTime an iMessage person or iOS person?
No, because that was one of the things I wanted to do with my mom and I couldn't do it. And then
so you would have to like Skype and shit? Like actually Skype?
FaceTime is literally Apple to Apple. That's what FaceTime is.
Damn, they got me with that.
That's why you can FaceTime people with Macs and iPads and shit like that.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing that actually got me with that I use.
You feel me?
There you go.
Sheesh, damn.
Go ready to go to Spotify with all your shit. Everything's different.
Oh,
yeah, you forgot about Apple Music.
Oh, that's the big one.
You forgot about Apple Music,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my,
like,
you know what?
They got their clutch on you, bro.
Yo, disregard this whole convo.
This whole topic, yeah.
I forgot all about Apple Music, and my library got over 25,000 songs.
iTunes, not even Apple Music, just iTunes.
There's no.
You gotta change everything.
Yo, Steve Jobs did his shit. He knew what he was doing when he started this. Oh nah.
Big
all right,
facts.
yeah. I'm sorry. I ain't moving to the Droid anytime soon, unless they start integrating shit with Apple, which I doubt they'll do.
I doubt.
They got us. They got us for now.
For now.
For now they got us.
But second question was, if y'all didn't have anything you want to ask, what's your favorite albums of all time, and why?
Don't start with me.
I'm gonna have him start with you.
I'll start. I'll start. No, I'll let AR Dev go last.
That's hilarious.
I'll let AR Dev go last. For me, it's crazy I say this, but it has to be Aubrey Graham. That man made. It's a tie for me. I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't decide between Nothing Was the Same and Take Care, because both of those two albums genuinely speak to me when I listen to them. Like, I remember everything I was going through when I listened to both of those albums. I remember the feelings they gave me, and personally, both of those albums slap. Like, to me, it's 1A and 1AA. It's not 1A and 1B or 1 and 2. It's legit like they're tied. And From Crew Love to Headlines to Tuscan Leather to Motion to like all those songs. Like you really can't tell me Drake wasn't spitting his shit, getting the vibe. And there's also on those songs like there's a song for every type of mood you're in. You know what I mean? And not a lot of albums have that, and not a lot of albums nowadays have a lot of consistency within them. In the beginning or most albums out nowadays or over the last 5 years, in my opinion, like hit or miss. You either got a couple songs on there that are banging or the whole thing is just trash. It's really the last album I've really listened to that's really like stuck with me. I could say it was like Victory Lap by Nipsey. And that shit came out a long time ago. But like when you're talking about memorable albums for me and like best of all time, and for me, Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, hands down. And if you told me to pick between them, I'd probably say Nothing Was the Same. I know you was expecting Take Care, right? Yeah. But me, Nothing Was. I listened to Nothing Was the Same a little bit more than Take Care, but that's it for me. Hey,
I'm gonna modify this question as we have this discussion.
Oh, by all means.
Greatest album of all time, but if like for your time.
Yes.
No, I said what is your favorite album of all time? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, what's
but
your
it has
favorite?
To be like for your time. You feel me?
What do you mean, like for your time?
Like are you saying like, before him?
No. Because like I feel like your favorite album of all time. Like if we're talking about just the wide scope of just music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then there's also for the period that we've been alive for, like 25 years. You feel me? So like obviously it makes sense in your 25 years of life, it would be something like Drake related, because in that like gap of music, Drake was the artist to run these past 2 decades.
No, I hear that, but
I'm just like talking like wide. If we were to go to like 80s or like
70s, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it would make sense why someone wouldn't listen to an album from back then.
That's
why I just
that.
want to say, because I don't have an answer, but that's the only reason why.
No, I completely understand that. But when I posed the question, it wasn't like I didn't want to limit anyone. Like if you, for example, I know your musical taste and expertise is far expanding anything I could ever comprehend. So if you were to pull out an album from 1980 I'd never heard of, I wouldn't be surprised. Mm-hmm. I would just love to get your take on it and then probably listen to it myself. That's why I asked the question.
Heard.
So yeah. What about you, Monty?
Okay.
Oh my God, I don't have an answer for that one. But if anything, there's so much music. That's the funny thing. Oh my goodness.
Y'all don't have a go-to? Like if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm listening to
I have a go-to artist, or I have go-to artists, but I don't have go-to albums. Like once I get a vibe off somebody, then I just want to like listen to them or listen to that vibe.
Because the answer could change all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Like if you asked,
That's hard, man.
like I'm 25, right? If you were to ask, I'm 25. If you were to ask 22 or 23-year-old Dev what his favorite album of all time was, I might have said Astroworld.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
25,
you
I would not say
shit.
that at 25. You feel me? I wouldn't say that at 25 now. You feel me? But back then, I don't know. Like I could say something Kendrick related, but I know even that's not true. Something Kanye related. These are my 2 favorite artists, but even that is like, if I was to say like, oh, you look into my Apple Music library, my Apple Music and my iTunes would tell you for the duration that it's been a thing that The Life of Pablo is my favorite album of all time. And I'm telling you now, that's not the truth. You feel me? I just replayed the fuck out of that album when it came out. But it'll tell you that Life of Pablo and Astroworld are my most played like albums in my library. But I don't know, shit changes. And yeah, I listen to so much music, which is why that's a really hard thing for me to answer. I don't have a go-to that slaps every time I turn it on. I could say like out of the Drake projects, if I just wanted to throw one on knowing that it would slap, I could probably do that. Name a project from all of my favorite artists that are my favorite. But to say just the one favorite, yeah, that's a really hard thing for me to answer.
If you had to pick between Kendrick and Kanye.
Ooh.
Like for artists?
Yeah.
I'd have to choose Kanye. Oh yeah.
I would too, but
it's the range. It's the range. You feel
I was gonna say, yeah, his catalog too is way more extensive.
Yeah, I have to say Kanye. And my dog's just having fun. You feel me?
I don't think he's having fun, but
no, I'm talking about when he's making music.
Oh yeah.
When he's making music. Nah. He's
Did he ever release Dawn the 2 on his own shit?
Yeah.
Oh, he actually did that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I wonder how that came out.
I don't know. But I did find when you told me that the full album was out there somewhere.
The leaks.
I got that shit.
Oh, did I not send it to you?
You didn't.
Why didn't you just text me?
Was it mad work? Was it mad work?
Just send me the album.
Was it mad work? What was going on?
To what?
To send him,
No, he
I
didn't
just
ask
got it
me.
myself. Yeah.
You know, Dev clearly got it. Dev clearly got
I got
it.
And I heard it. So
it was alright. There's no way that was the finished version though.
Yeah, I can't get my full review on that shit until it like actually comes out everywhere, because I feel like ever since Life of Pablo, Kanye's just making edits everywhere, so I never know what to actually take for like real shit. So I'm gonna just wait to see if this ever comes out anywhere else. But some of the joints, I think I talked about it a while ago, I actually ended up liking, but Donda 1 still got it for me at the moment. Donda 1 still got it.
Respect that.
Yeah.
Buzz, I had another question.
Yes.
So we're all about all of us here. We all don't give a fuck about what people think for the most part.
Thank God.
When did it get to that point for you? Like, what happened for you to not give a fuck? Like, because I've had people come up to me, not recently, but this popped up in my head. Like, people have come up to me like, yo, how are you so nonchalant? Like, how are you so relaxed and chill? Like, why don't you let shit affect you? And I'm just like, I could care less for these people's opinions. And me personally, like, the reason I got this way is just going through college and realizing that, like, everyone has something to say, but no one really understands what's going on. So you really can't harp on what they think or their opinions, because at the end of the day, it's really just you and your people. And at the end of that day, it's really just you. So you got to do what makes you happy, regardless of what everyone thinks. Because anyway, a month from now, no one's going to remember what the fuck they were saying.
Sure.
2 months from now, no one's going to remember shit. So do whatever the fuck you want now and live for yourself, because these people's opinions are what's holding you back. And I refuse to be held back by anyone else. But I wanted to pose that question for y'all.
In my opinion, I feel like it happened when I felt like I was doing more than other people. So when I was taking on the larger scale of most situations, and I felt wholly responsible for everything, and everyone's kind of just having their 2 cents. So you guys are just talking just to talk. So once I realized that, I kind of just minded my business. And I feel like once I truly minded my business, didn't really like try and be everyone's situations or whatnot, that's when I was like, I don't care anymore. If you call me and give me an update, there's no facial expression, because more than likely it's going to be the same thing. So yeah.
Word. I've been like this since middle school, high school, honestly.
Heard you.
Like, I mean,
I love the way he did that. Mm-hmm. I've been like,
Go off, Dev.
Nah, cause like, yo, shout out to fucking Fairway class of 2010 and
Not
fucking.
Fairway.
did you just shout out a middle school?
Fairway.
That's a middle school I attended. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to Fairway class
Not
of 2010 and shout out to fucking PHA class of 2014. Like, I was part of those 2 classes, and growing up. Just growing up. No, I'm not I'm not shouting out specific people.
I know.
I was part of those, so that's why I shouted it out. But like growing up, everybody went through it as a kid. Like, you didn't want, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like when you grew up, right? Everybody got rashed. Everyone got roasted as a child. It was just part of growing up, having friends. And you never wanted to be the one to get caught lacking. So as I grew up, I learned to just never take anyone's opinion of me serious, because first of all, it's just an opinion. Nothing is
Nothing
like
more.
ever actually like fact. You feel me? Most of it's just opinion. But at the end of the day, I don't care about anyone's opinions, because I could always say something worse.
That part.
So it's the choice of not saying something worse that makes me not care about other people's opinions. Like,
oh, you got this to say, I could say this.
I'm
much more.
You feel me? Like,
really, nigga?
Like most
So
of the
much
time
more.
when I'm having like very intense conversations with people, 95% of the reasons why I let a lot of shit slide is because I don't want to say something to make everything just catastrophic. You feel me? Like sometimes I'm just like having eye-to-eye conversations and I'm just like, fuck it. Just fuck it. Because you could say something that could just trigger everything off. I'm really patient, so like I can just deal with shit like that. So I don't know, just growing up, I was never the one to really get bullied because I always had a comeback ready in the stash. Always had to come back ready in the stash. So I don't know, just that over time, nobody could really offend me to that much. You feel me? The only way you could really offend me is like if you were offending my people, because that offends me. But if it's like directed towards me, yeah, people can't say much to offend me because I could always say something worse. But I'm a nice guy, so I don't. But I
can definitely attest that, like high school, like those lunch sessions, those round table talks where niggas would just have roast sessions.
You had to survive.
Yeah, bro.
It was the Hunger Games.
That shit built character. That shit built character. That taught you
so much about yourself.
That taught you about yourself, and this gave you tough skin. Because imagine being at a table surrounded, or just a table surrounded by like 7+ niggas, and everyone's just flaming each other. And if you don't say anything back, it's just gonna keep piling on. So you learn real quick to be quick with it. You feel me?
Quick and witty,
quick
bro.
with it. But then
the podcast was born.
Like, yo, but it's crazy. Like, it's crazy we talk about that because in high school, I have no problem saying this. They used to call me Pencil because niggas was so skinny and shit. Look at her face. She's like, I know. They used to call me Pencil. But then when I got to college, the reception was different. So it made me think like, all right, I should never even give a fuck in general because I'm that nigga in this. When you venture out of your comfort zone and like the people you're usually around and you start getting different opinions, you start to really realize that the people that did have opinions of you were probably hating, and they don't matter. Because in the grand in the grand scheme of things, when you venture out, you realize that people really fuck with you for you, and other people just make opinions of you because they are jealous of you, they envious of you, or they just don't like you for those two reasons. So going to college really opened my eyes to really not giving a fuck what people think, especially once people started talking about you in college, because it's like, yo, you definitely don't know me. Yeah. You definitely don't know me. You've heard of me, and I don't know you, so I'm not going to give you my energy.
That's it. No, that's really it too. Like most of the times it's really easy to not care about people's opinions because most of the times mad people will have opinions of you, but you have no opinions of them.
You don't
so
care.
It's like, okay, at least I'm on your mind. I know nothing about you.
I'm like, wow.
So like when people have shit, like, I don't know, I feel like we speak freely on the podcast. So when people come back with like their opinions, I'm just like, okay. Right. I know absolutely nothing about what you're doing.
That's nice.
But it's okay to have this conversation with you, though. But yeah, go ahead, Amani. You were about to say something.
Nah, it's what you said. Because that just reminded me of stuff like I was trying to tell like my friends when somebody says something about them and they're just like already hot and fire. I'm like, bro, if they already went out of their way to think about you, open their mouth and say something about you, you already won. There's nothing more you have to say on the matter.
Especially when you've never spoken to this person or had any interaction. So that's why, like,
yeah, go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, that's why I always get like weirded out by like when celebrities or like athletes like fold under the pressure. Like they get mad when people talk shit about them or like fans are commenting on them. And I'm like, yo, you're making all this money, you're living this lavish lifestyle, and you're paying attention to what bums are saying about you, nigga. Come on now.
I feel you. That's how I feel when I'm fucking dealing with these social media thugs.
Oof.
On IG.
Social media.
Like, there's so many times for people that interact with our social media, I see everything. I don't interact with everything, but I see everything. And then sometimes it's so funny because I'll just be watching people fight with themselves in the comments because I'm like, nigga, no one's gonna respond to you, and they'll just
keep going.
They're going to manifest. They're going to fucking manifest, you know, manifesto. And I'm just like, damn, you put all this energy in. You don't know me. I don't know you. There's mad assumptions all throughout this comment, and nigga, no one cares about this shit. But I'm like, all right, do what y'all got to do. But that's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I'll just be baiting these niggas, and I'll just throw out a random question, and then they'll write me another manifest, and I just continue on with my day. I don't read that shit.
For me, it really, like, for me to really care about something, this is how I think about it in the grand scheme of things. Will this matter tomorrow? Straight up. If it's not going to matter tomorrow or it has very little effect on my life, I'm not giving it any energy. Other than that, I'm moving on. But yeah,
I feel that. I did want to say that ever since.
Ever since.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. You got to keep me on my toes. Ever since social media kind of exposed Isaiah Rashad, I haven't heard anything from him. And I just hope that, he's doing all right. I kind of wanted to put that out in the universe. I hope everything's good on his side. I know, when that shit got exposed, I felt so bad. And ever since then, I haven't heard anything from any of his social media accounts. And obviously, it makes complete sense in the world. But, just keeping him in thoughts.
How long? When was that? Like 2 months ago?
I don't know exactly when, but it was some time
ago.
It was some time ago. But like his last IG post wasn't since January, and he hasn't tweeted since October. So I definitely know that happened within the past 2 months. So
I mean,
I just hope he's okay. That's all.
To be honest, like I forgot all about that.
I did as well.
And I hope the rest of the world forgets about seeing that shit too. But I know what that could do to a person's mental. So
definitely being outed like that, especially when you didn't put that out there. Yeah, I can definitely that probably fucked with his mental type crazy. Me personally, if that shit happened to me, I need a psychologist. Real shit.
Yeah, but I just hope he's okay. Moving on from that, Jussie Smollett. Right. We haven't touched upon it here, but we all know about that whole story. Dog falsified a hate crime. Went to court. I think it happened over this whole thing was like a span of 2 to 3 years, and he was sentenced to 150 days in jail, and I think he is on probation for 28 months. Yeah, he's on probation for 28 months. But I think I have to look this. Yeah, they released him. So like he was sentenced to 150 days in jail. The first 150 days of his sentence in jail.
He was in jail for like 15 hours.
Yeah, and then they released him.
Time served, I think.
Crazy.
I don't know, but like the whole thing was crazy. Like I watched his court trial, and because I heard that the judge went in on him, so I just had to hear like what part that he went in, and it was when he was giving him a sentence, and that judge went. That's crazy. I would be tight if I was Jussie, sitting listening to that judge go off on me like that.
Did you hear his grandma talking about if you sentence him, you got to sentence me with him? I was like, oh nah.
I gotta fuck with grandma.
That's
I fuck with grandma.
If I'm the judge, I'm be like, yo, lock her up too.
You ride it down for your baby. I gotta fuck with grandma for that. She loyal. You feel me? But I don't know. Just hearing what the judge had to say to him, and like he was just like, yo, I respect your opinion, Jussie. He was like, yo, I respect your opinion, but I just want you to let you know that I'm innocent for this, and I'm not suicidal. He kept repeating the fact that he wasn't suicidal because he thinks if he goes to jail, it might be like a Epstein situation, like a Sandra Bland situation. But I just want Jussie to understand at this point in his life, bro, you were not that important. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I did not expect you to take that turn.
Because I was just like, yo, like I understand when like you're a high profile person and you think like maybe the world is out to get you, and it makes sense when you gotta die with the lie, but like suicide with the lie, I don't know.
He wants people to
accept the L and go to jail.
He wants empathy from people. That's all it is.
You lost. You tried it. You tried getting the bag.
Very hard.
You lost. You tried to like you. Then he just went with the lie because it was like, yo.
Yeah, he was in too deep.
So he had to go with the lie. And now, at the end, he could just accept the L, where at the end, just serve your time. And then he does this whole theatric. And I'm just like, dog.
And they let him get with it. That's the funny part. I didn't expect him to, I thought they were going to make him wait it out a bit. No, literally, the next day, the man's just walking out of the jail. And they're just taking pictures of him. I'm like, how is he already out?
Money. Some type of privilege, yeah.
You gotta understand, money can make anything happen. But with Jussie, I personally think his career is over. Like, once his probation, once his
Yeah,
probation is over, like I hope he invested that money he made from Empire very well. I hope he bought some property and shit because it was because of him.
Pretty sure he spent all his shit on fucking lawyer fees.
Well, my point is Jussie fucked up because he ruined his career over a lie, and now he's probably gonna go broke because of it with all these lawyer fees. So stay up to my mans. I don't feel bad at all because if you lying on another man, two of them at that, especially with the way you were going about it, calling it a hate crime, that's just bad look for black people in general. And
just asking for that karma.
Yeah, like he deserved everything that got coming to him. He actually got out very easy because I can only imagine what would happen to people who don't have money and aren't as well known as him. How that would have gone. So he'll be all right. He got money. Nothing's gonna happen to him. He's gonna do his probation and then become a regular nigga like us. Yeah.
You think so?
1,000%. Think about it. Like with all the negative publicity this man has had, if for him to be on another show.
Oh no! I don't mean
he's
that.
an actor.
I don't mean that. You said that nothing was gonna happen to him. I could see somebody being like angry or revengeful. Or just like making his life a living hell. Not gonna lie to you. I don't see him being able to be a regular nigga. Like he's probably gonna be like in the house dolo for a while.
So when I mean like he gonna be a regular nigga, I mean like he's probably still gonna have some of the assets like his crib, like his neighborhood, friends and whatnot. But like I can't imagine like anything bad really happening to him. Like why would he be? And he's already out of jail, so I feel like the worst that can happen to him is over. Where are you gonna find this nigga? Where are you gonna catch him lacking? You know what I mean? You know his details.
I just forgot what family he came from. Now I think about it. His family's kind of like big too.
I'm not even. And you got to think about it. Like he's a celebrity. He's a public figure. He's a public figure. So there's some attention this man will bring. So it's like 6ix9ine. Well, not even close to 6ix9ine, but like that's what I try to compare it to. No one touched 6ix9ine, so no one's gonna touch Jussie. And 6ix9ine did 10 times worse.
I mean, Jussie didn't really do anything to like deserve being touched. So he's just, he tried to get attention, and now he's gonna get no attention. So I don't know. That's just what it's gonna be, unfortunately. If wherever this shit goes, honestly.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Y'all hear about the heroin seizure in Malden?
Heroin seizure in Malden? Not surprised.
Yeah. I think it was this weekend actually. I can tell you the exact date. Why am I saying
I'm gonna need Malden.
I was caught up on another case last week.
I was as well.
Yeah, it was Thursday. It was like 10 minutes by my crib. They fucking raided this spot, and look at this shit. Let me show you the picture. They got all that shit.
Where was this?
They got all that shit.
You see, my point is, this is why I can't be a trap nigga anymore.
I was just like, yo, the fact that this was in my city, I didn't even know we had heroin in Malden.
Calm down,
bro. There's drugs everywhere. I
know,
but Malden's kind of like quiet, and now it's starting to like pick up. It's trying to like switch up.
Malden is not quiet. If you're within 20 minutes of Boston, your city is bumping. Malden, Everett, Medford, Somerville, Cambridge, those cities are all bumping.
Now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're within... so I'm not surprised y'all find heroin in Malden. But I'll say this. Don't do drugs, kids. Or if you do drugs, don't sell drugs. Because you'll get in a whole lot more trouble for selling drugs than doing drugs. That's my PSA.
And is the life really worth it?
That's what
we don't gotta have that conversation,
but
because it's like once you commit to that life young, it's kind of hard to do anything else different. You feel me? That's just from what I've seen. But it's like, is any of that shit worth it, bro?
He said the right word. Once you commit, that means go all in. Because I know a lot of young guys that are half in, half out, trapping on the side, still got a full-time job. But if you, as a young person, commit to that, this is my full time every day, this is what I'm doing, I'm promoting, I'm that nigga,
that's not worth it.
It's really not worth it in the grand scheme of things. You're gonna catch a lot of L's on the way up, and you're gonna have to work your way back up from those L's. And that in itself takes time. Plus let me stop.
Plus it always follows you.
Do you want a record?
Always.
Do you want a record?
Nigga has shit in his backpack.
Do you want to see your mom cry?
That's a lot of shit though.
Bro, don't get me started on that.
That's all right.
Don't get me started.
We don't have to do that.
Don't get me started on that. I didn't bring that up for a reason.
We're not gonna do that. No.
I'm gonna say this. He gonna get off.
What?
I have faith.
We don't got to do this here.
I have faith. That's all that matters. As long as I have faith.
You have faith.
Right.
Oh.
Let's get into new music. You feel me? All right. So let's touch the hometown first. BoriRock, Feed the Family, Dorchester, Mass. He dropped a 7-tape project over the weekend. It's called Get Rich or Die Hootin'. He teamed up with the producer for this. I might mispronounce his name. I'm sorry. I think it's Maka Oceana. No, not Oceana. Maka. Oceania or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but dope producer, fire. You feel me? My favorites on the tape, I got maybe 2 to 3. It's Call Pops.
Okay.
That's one of them. The outro, Family Tree. And then Big Dog with Dun Dealey. Killer Cam is a fire intro. That's fire as well. But I like the other joints on it also. Dun Dealey has a fire verse on Clubhouse. So yeah, definitely check it out. I named about 5 out of 7 that were fire. He like
the
all
whole
of them
tape,
are pretty
the
much
whole
fire.
tape fire.
Whole tape fire. Like number 6, that's a track meant for the shorties. Exactly. Like I said, that's a track meant for the shorties.
I'll say this.
So I see boys doing his thing.
He did
I
that.
fuck with his consistency because this man dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums or tapes in 2021. And he's setting the tone for 2022 already with Feed the Family and then this one. So I expect my man to have a great year because the content and music he's been putting out has been nothing but fire. And after having him on the interview, I expect nothing less.
After the interview and after, seeing them live, dog. Seeing them live on Thursday was really dope because, fam, the crowd was rapping their words back to them, yo. And I thought that was
that's when you made it.
I thought that was incredibly dope because I'm like, yo, this tape came out maybe a few months ago. They're a new group, and we're in this space. Yeah, you got your fans here and like other people like that, but like to be able to create an energy so vibrant and rock the crowd, and they're literally rapping the words with you word for word. I was in that crowd. Like I thought maybe just me would know like the lyrics and shit like that. Nah. Everybody was rapping that shit word for word. So, damn. Yeah, I was proud for them in that moment. But, yeah, I just hope they keep doing their thing. Like I said, it's a nice little vibe. This tape, I would say, is like got different vibes all the way out. And, I fuck with production like that. So, that's why I enjoyed it. But, yeah, go check that out. It's really fire. Besides that, Fabio dropped a single with Quavo, Magic City. Lets me know I'm really excited for this Fabio album. I'm really excited for it.
When is it dropping?
I believe in April. Okay. Somewhere in April. So, yeah, look out for that. Very excited. Besides that, Capella Gray dropped a single with Nija. It's called Confusion. It's a nice vibe. Put it on. You can play with your shorty. It's nice. You feel me? Tiana Major9 dropped a nice little EP. She's an R&B artist. 4-song EP. The EP is called Fool Me Once. You know how I am with R&B. If I'm recommending it, that means it's a nice vibe. Go ahead, check that out. And any other new music? Not really. Did I talk about the Coi Leray and Nicki track? Coi Leray and Nicki Minaj dropped a track.
That is shocking.
Coi Leray is from Roxbury, so shout out to her. Nicki Minaj is working with all the up-and-coming talent, and we love her for that, so shout out to her for that.
She said, I made my money. Let's put everyone else on.
Facts. And yeah, go ahead, check all those out. I think that I covered pretty much new music enough. Oh, Normani dropped a single. Fair. Normani. We need an album at this point. You're just giving us all these. Nah, but she's just giving us all these sexy singles.
I think it's her team, man.
And like, I want to say so many things that I shouldn't say on a public platform, so I'm not going to. But like Normani,
say so many things I shouldn't say.
Normani, we need the tape. We need the tape. That's all I can say.
It's her team, man.
It's fire. All right, and I think that's all for new music. Sid is dropping album next month.
Okay.
Sid is dropping an album on April 8th called Broken Hearts Club. She dropped a single this past weekend with Lucky Day called CYBAH, which stands for Can You Break a Heart? So go ahead, check that out. I fuck with Sid. She's from Odd Future. She's also from the Internet. Dope band as well. You feel me? She's the lead singer for that band. So go ahead, check that out. Dope vibes all around. All right. And I think that is it for new music. We can go ahead and get into our reality checks and then wrap up.
My reality check is short and simple. Nothing is impossible unless you consider it impossible. When I say that, is like, don't psych yourself out thinking the task at hand is too hard or you won't be able to do it. The hardest part is getting started. So plan accordingly, make steps in order to try to achieve what you're trying to overcome, but just know nothing is impossible. It's a mindset and will thing. As long as your mindset is correct and you have the will to do it, you'll be able to do what you think is possible and make it possible. So that's my reality check.
My reality check is more for the girlies, and then that's to be obsessed with yourself and just hustle. I feel like those are the two main things really a woman should just worry about, especially right now. And I feel like the more you do that, the more you invite, the energy that you're supposed to get and that you deserve. So that's my reality check.
And then for my reality check, I'm going to keep it short and simple. If it does not please you, if you don't like that shit, don't do that shit. Stay away from that shit. I know peer pressure is a motherfucker. I know sometimes we get FOMO. But, hey, at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying your time, if you're not, if you don't care about what you're actively doing in the moment, why do it? Don't give it your energy. Don't waste your time. Ignore that shit altogether. All right? So if it doesn't service you in any form or fashion, just stay away from that shit. That's a really nice and simple reality check, but it's so crazy how far that can just go over people's head. You feel me? And that was the end of the episode. Thank you so much for everyone that tapped in for the entire episode. We appreciate that. Season 7's been fire, and it will continue to be fire until we decide to take a break. But until then, it's going to be fire. You feel me? Make sure you follow us on our socials at The Urban Product. Subscribe to our website, www.theurbanproduct.com. Check out the Rich Sports Report for all your sports need, and then check out the Mass Sound Review for all your music needs. You feel me? Y'all want to leave the people with anything?
Brush your teeth and wash your ass.
Of course.
It's just getting nice weather out here. More people are being outside.
Facts.
I ain't trying to smell you.
Facts.
Okay.
Shorties don't wear panties, so we ain't trying to see anything on that dress. So, I agree. Wipe your ass. Well, go ahead. Continue.
I was just going to say, everybody have a good week. Thank God for the nice weather that's coming. And get crazy.
Bro, imagine seeing a shit stain on a sundress.
That's crazy. All right, and with that being said, it's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich. And it's been your girl Imani.
You've been listening to the Urban Products. We'll go ahead and catch y'all next week.
Love.
Drowning in this Remy, trying to numb the pain. I hate the shit it put me through, but I still love the game. Lost Mecca, that shit hit me like a hurricane. And C's left Haiti 6 days before the hurricane. Fuck am I to do? I take a shot or two. Parmesan on park benches, that's what got us through. Where's the God in you? Feel like the devil's guiding you. We don't got no chemistry, this 40 blow apart your molecules. My brother's bit and left me in a state of solitude, while they in solitary eating garbage food. My mind confused. We chase material.